The Alpha Legion was the 20th and last Legion created during the first founding. Under the critical eye of their twin primarchs, Alpharius and Omegon, the Legion became renowned for its discipline and strict organization during the Great Crusade. Though the youngest of legions, the Alpha Legion sought to outshine their brethren in all things, as if to prove their worthiness amidst the older legions. The Alpha Legion are devious beyond measure. Where other legions seek to dominate through raw strength, divine favor, or inspirational charisma, the Alpha Legion impose their will through intelligence and skill. The tools of war they value most highly are misdirection, confusion, treachery, and duplicity. But when the time comes for them to spring their traps, they are such a focused and well-coordinated force that they can set a world ablaze in a single hour of a blitzing attack. When Horus made his pact with Chaos, the martial pride of the Alpha Legion was their downfall. The War Master was a mighty warrior himself. He commanded armies and fleets, and fought at the forefront of the Emperor's wars. By comparison, he made the distant Emperor on Terra seem a weak and cowardly individual. The War Master was a leader worthy of the Alpha Legion's respect, while the Emperor sought only to exploit Horus's conquests and crush the liberated humans of the galaxy beneath his stifling regime. So the lies of Horus and his agents were insituated into the hearts and minds of the Alpha Legion, and if any lie is repeated often enough, it begins to be accepted, and once accepted, it ultimately becomes the truth. With relish did the Alpha Legion fight loyalist Space Marines on Istavan V, and in many campaigns thereafter. At last they had found an opponent as tough, as trained, and as ferocious as themselves. The Brethren of the Hydra inflicted stringent defeats on the loyalists of Talan, and dozens of other smaller outposts, before moving onward into the Ultima Segmentum. The Alpha Legion became entirely separated from the forces of Horus, but continued to wage war on all they came across. By the end of the heresy, they were inventing objectives and missions on their own to fulfill their war lust without reference to their allies. The last of the Legion to be founded, they were considered by others to be latecomers, bereft of any true experience, and hence were keen to prove themselves as capable as any other. With the Ultramarines being held up as exemplars of what a Legion could be, it was not long before the Alpha Legion sought to match themselves against the standards of Macrath, and in the end matched themselves in battle against those who had dismissed them or looked upon them as pale by comparison. Even after the heresy ground to a halt, the Alpha Legion continued to fight a covert war against the Imperium. Raiding parties attacked from their secret bases to catch defenders of humanity unaware, sabotaging bases, attacking shipping, terrorizing settlements, and destroying small outposts with merciless efficiency. Their spy networks and double agents are without number. The Alpha Legion's connections with humans on settled worlds of the Imperium are unparalleled. The Alpha Legion coordinates and directs the activities of Chaos cultists across entire sectors, and they instigate massive insurrections against Imperial rule. These revolts are often used as cover for a series of shattering heretic Astartes raids, or as a precursor to a full-scale invasion from the Eye of Terror. The Inquisition holds a special loathing for the Alpha Legion for their role in spreading demon-worshipping cults and fanning the embers of discontent into fires of outright rebellion, but for every cult they put down, two more spring up elsewhere. Tactically, the Alpha Legion believes in striking from several directions at once. This requires meticulous planning and skillful infiltration. Extensive use is made of spies and corruption to weaken the enemy's resolve before any decisive move is made. Amongst the traitor legions, the Alpha Legion makes the most use of cultist troops, as they tend to operate as raiders deep within the Imperium. They require local support to bolster their numbers. Considerable effort is made to spread propaganda inciting revolt and acts of sabotage. Once the Alpha Legion is committed to action, events move very quickly. The Legion attaches great importance to its field commanders, who use their initiative to outwit the enemy, magnifying the advantage that traitor Marines have over their conventional troops. The Legion is prideful of its abilities and welcomes opportunities to demonstrate their skill against loyalist Space Marines. They have even been known to hold back against some of their forces to test themselves more thoroughly in such circumstances. The Alpha Legion warriors have adopted the symbol of the Hydra as their Legion's icon. These many-headed dragon-like creatures from ancient myth serve to remind the Alpha Legion of their unity in body and spirit. On the battlefield, the terrifying coordination of the Alpha Legion is their hallmark, as their multi-prolonged attacks apply relentless pressure while they search for weak points in the enemy's defences. So there you go, guys. That was just a quick lore summary of the Alpha Legion. And I'm really getting into them at the moment. I like how they sort of corrupt from within, especially with the Imperium, how it's a bit corrupt at the moment. So I really like it. I'm really getting into the Alpha Legion. Please comment on this video. Tell me what you like about it. Tell me what you don't like about it. And then, help me to improve. So please remember to like and subscribe to our channel, and hope to see you later.